Brazil backed down from farce as players cleared to play. Premier League clubs have been given permission to field their Brazil players this weekend after the Brazilian FA dropped its demands for FIFA to enforce rules relating to their non-appearance for international duty. Brazil and Chile, alongside Paraguay and Mexico, have agreed to waive the rule preventing players from playing for 5 days if they fail to report for international duty, following a backlash against the ludicrous decision. Premier League clubs made a collective decision not to release players if it meant them traveling to red list countries, as they would face 10 days of quarantine on their return. Premier League bosses reacted angrily to the situation as it continued to develop on Friday, as they remained unsure whether they would be able to field some of their biggest names in the weekend's fixtures. Manchester United boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who faced losing midfielder Fred for Saturday's match against Newcastle, called it a farce and a lose-lose situation for everyone: national teams, players, clubs. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola, who could have been without Gabriel Jesus and goalkeeper Ederson for their game at Leicester, and Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel, who was set to be missing Thiago Silva against Aston Villa, echoed Solskjaer's sentiments. Guardiola described the situation, which came after Brazil's clash with Argentina, was abandoned after health officials invaded the pitch, as crazy. Tuchel added, "It makes no sense from which side you look at it. Does it make sense for Brazil? No. Does it make sense for us? No." Liverpool could have been without Alisson and Fabinho against Leeds, who faced missing Rafinha. However, Everton were expecting to be able to field Richarlison because the Brazilian Federation had not complained specifically about his absence. Paraguay and Mexico were earlier believed to have withdrawn similar complaints, freeing Wolves forward Raul Jimenez and Newcastle midfielder Miguel Almiron respectively. The Football Association and the Premier League are understood to be already working closely alongside FIFA to find a solution with the UK government over red list quarantine restrictions in anticipation of a similar situation in the October international window. Newcastle boss Steve Bruce warned, "It is what it is, but it's been even more difficult this time, especially with the South Americans involved going to countries which are red listed. Maybe the government has to get involved the next time." Ironically, the Argentina players who did travel to the aborted match will not be able to play, with Aston Villa's Emi Martinez and Emi Buendia and Tottenham's Christian Romero and Giovanni Lo Celso forced to quarantine in Croatia. "It was a no-win situation all round," said Villa boss Dean Smith. "Each club had to come up with the best solution for themselves. We were in between a